Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please ignore my face. I have already done my skincare routine. This is me going to bed. I have it super hydrated. You can see I put a lot of oil. I wake up without a dry face. Okay, I just let this soak it up. Today is January 11th. It is a Monday. I worked out this morning. It was a great workout. So I ran 2 miles. So Mondays are my HIIT leg days. And today I did a 45-second and 15-second rest HIIT leg day. It was actually pretty good. Circuit-based training is a game changer, especially for quarantine. I personally feel like it's great. I changed my mask and I developed a little bit of a pimple issue here. Nothing too bad. Guess we do not like the mask. That's okay. I run with my mask, if you didn't know. I actually run with it just because it doesn't freeze my lungs when I'm running, if you know what I'm saying. It doesn't freeze my face. So I like it. It actually helps me run longer. I personally feel like it helps me run longer, so I probably will still be running outside with a mask on during the winter for sure, just because it's cold. You know what I mean? So Power Hour 66, everyone thought that we had to wake up early, but they just posted, Gymshark just posted, I forgot who the Gymshark athlete was, but she was like, you can use the hour at night, it doesn't have to be the morning, and we're all like, oh. Anywho, my Power Hour 66 is canceled this week. I'm sorry. I wake up early anyways. My first alarm was at 5:45, and I said that I was going to wake up at 5:45 and just try to stretch, but it's just not going to happen. My sleep schedule is just corrected, and I like to keep it that way. So I wanted to update you guys on my feet and my legs. So I ran now for 11 days straight, and I'm starting to feel a bit of like soreness on my knees and one side of my hip. And I've been, trying to massage it out and stretch it out, and it has helped. I will continue and try not to forget to do it every day, because I did it yesterday. I did it for probably like 30 minutes or maybe more yesterday, and this morning I kind of didn't even realize that I had pain. So, or I just realized that I forgot I had pain yesterday. I'm like, I felt good. Almost like brand new. I definitely recommend stretching and massaging and just taking care of like aftermath of training for sure, because it's as important as actually doing the work. I ran 2 miles today. I'm gonna run 4 miles tomorrow. Wish me luck. I haven't ran 4 miles. I have to figure out my route. So I don't know if you guys do this, mapping out your routes, your running routes, so that you can run like 1 mile, 2 mile, 3 miles, instead of just like running randomly, just to be safe, but also just kind of to know how long or how far you're going to end up going and how long it's going to take. On Google Maps, if you press where you're going to start, you just kind of like drop a pin. If you scroll up the card, there is like a measure distance. If you click on that, you can start like putting pins and points where you will like turn in your run, and you can actually measure out and give you a pretty good estimate of how long your run's going to be. Fun tip with that, with measuring out your runs beforehand. Definitely recommend for sure. I have 3 different varieties of protein pancakes. The first one is using protein powder and pumpkin puree. You mix that up with some baking powder and an egg, and you get protein pancake. I also make cottage cheese pancakes, or I just bought the keto pancake mix. So I haven't tried that yet, so maybe I'll do that one. So this is the pancake mix that I have. 160 calories for 2 4-inch pancakes, 11 grams of fat, 10 grams of carbs, but net carb is 5, not that it matters to me, and protein is 9 grams. I got it already here. I just have to add water, and we're done. How easy is that? So I'm just going over what I drink in the morning. So I take this Vibrance Energy Greens and Probiotics. This I've already discontinued. I'm just finishing it up. I'm only taking it because it's easier for me to remember to drink something than to take a pill for probiotics. I'm actually in the process of switching to this Digestive Advantage Daily Probiotic Gummies. It's 60 servings and it was at Costco for 11 bucks. Or was it 15? Either who. It's a good price for 2 months worth of supplements for probiotics. I also put electrolytes in it so that it helps with flavor, although this actually is pretty good flavor when it comes to greens. It's not greeny at all because this is orange pineapple. It actually tastes like orange pineapple. Anyways, cheers. Sad moment when you forget about your pancakes. One of them is like undercooked, the other one's overcooked. How did I do that? How did I do that? So I don't just eat pancakes. So this is a good side to my overall breakfast. And I'll show you what else I'm going to be making to hit more of my protein intake. This only has 9. Okay, so I got bread, cream cheese, and salmon. And then on my pancakes, I got strawberry jam, sugar-free syrup, beautiful pancakes that are burnt partially. It's not as high as I want it to be protein-wise. This is only 24 grams of protein. I can obviously add more things like bacon or eggs. Have like 1 or 2 eggs and it will just bump me up to 30 grams of protein, which is what we like. It's already lunchtime. I'm gonna make Bonza mac and cheese and I'm gonna put bacon in it. Look at this. It's so much. It's only like, what, 360 calories, including the bacon. Look at that. That looks so good. So for lunch, so I'm gonna eat one of these as well. Little treat for lunch. These are so good. For snack, so my favorite is Chobani Greek yogurt vanilla blended. This tub, it's 0% fat, 130 calories for 170 grams, 0% fat, and it's 14 grams of protein. It's pretty good for 130 calories. It's a good snack. Put some fruit in it and you're good to go. I'll show you what I put in. My Greek yogurt, cinnamon, highly recommend, and fruit. I have dragon fruit here. It does not go with Greek yogurt, but that's literally all I have. So I have 2 slices of bread. I have Gouda in here, Gouda cheese, and then pastrami. And then here is my Greek yogurt. So this is my snack. It's because the mac and cheese put me in such a low calories. It's pushing more my calories in my snack as well as my dinner. So for breakfast and lunch, I didn't eat that much calories, and so it's pushing more calories towards my snack and dinner. So for dinner, I have rice underneath with soy sauce and sesame oil. And then I have egg, kimchi, and I thought this was pork, but it's actually beef. I just like cut and freeze, so I'm not really too sure sometimes. This is what I made for dinner. It's simple, it's easy. I love it. It's good. So the last thing that I eat, which is dessert, is Halo Top. I just eat 1 serving, so it's 100 calories with 6 grams of protein. I always switch flavors. I have so far tried a bunch, and I haven't tried the pistachio, so I'm excited to try this. I highly recommend Halo Top. It really is really good. So this is what 1 serving looks like. Like, I just tasted this. Not a fan. Not a fan. Still good for ice cream. That's low calories, so I do recommend. Maybe not pistachio. I really like peanut butter. You should definitely get peanut butter. Chocolate is actually really good. It's pretty rich. Yeah, this hits the spot for sure. Alright, so that was my full day of eating. I did not realize that it was not pork and it was beef. It looked like beef and I was like, but I don't wrap it like this since it's pork. It ended up being 1958 calories. So that's a full day of eating for me. It's a slight deficit for me, and it was 131 grams protein, which is bang on. Today is Wednesday night. This morning I ran 2 miles and I did a quad workout. I wish I filmed it. It was really good. And my quads are now a bit sore and I can definitely feel it. I wanted to come on here and say that I just could not do Power Hour 66. So, but if you did it, that's awesome. Honestly, that's really awesome. I could not do Power Hour 66. I wake up pretty early anyways, so I just didn't want to screw up my sleeping schedule. When I started to work in the office, I did wake up pretty early, like 5:45, left by 6, worked out by 6:15, did all of that, and then when quarantine and lockdown started to happen, I just was like, oh, I have an extra hour to sleep and still work out and things like that. So that's what I ended up doing. But over the summer, I actually brought up an hour. I started to wake up an hour early. So I started to wake up at like 5:45, 6 o'clock, work out by 6:30 instead of 7:30. And I just feel like I have more time in the morning to do things for myself and still like eat breakfast and all that stuff and start my day by like 9. As to like before, it was like 9:30, 10 o'clock, whatnot. So I definitely feel like I have more time and it was the best decision of my life. So I also recommend if you don't wake up early, try it. You just feel more accomplished. And besides, like when you're done by 9, you work out and that stuff, people are still waking up. You know what I mean? Like you're not really missing out on anything. You're doing everything and still have time for everything else. If you know what I mean. Alright, you guys. It's only been the second week of this year. That's crazy because it feels like forever. So I finished the second week of Gymshark 66, which was Power Hour 66. I didn't really do much. I actually took an hour before bedtime to stretch instead of waking up at my alarm. It definitely helped me sleep better at night. I like fell asleep an hour early. So I took an hour before bedtime to stretch and that really got me yawning and it really helped me sleep. I took the time to do that and it really set the mood for the next morning. And I run in the morning, so it really did help me kind of recover. I definitely stretched out my legs the most just because of the impact of me working out and running every single day. That's my update on Power Hour 66. I am going to continue to stretch before I go to bed. I think that was, it's amazing. Today is Friday. I have ran a total of 65 freaking kilometers, you guys. That is insanity to me. 65 kilometers for the year. So my goal was to run 10 kilometers per week. And so far this week since Monday, I ran 19 kilometers. Last week I ran 32.6 kilometers. And then in miles, I ran 12 miles already this week and then 20 miles last week. It's a total of 40 miles in 15 days. That's insane to me. Just saying those numbers in general just makes me super motivated to keep running. Even if I ran 1 mile a day, I would have been like, wow, I ran 15 miles. Like, I ran 15 miles. That's crazy, you know? So you just always have to be proud of yourself, which, trust me, the smallest achievements, you should still be proud of yourself. Another thing that I wanted to talk about was for my Gymshark 66 challenge was to stop binge eating and to stop restricting so much that I end up binge eating. And let me tell you something that I realized. So I was kind of curious because my weight was dropping pretty quickly for what I thought was a slight deficit. And so I inputted my information in a TD calculator to just kind of double check where I'm at. And I forgot to recalculate for this year because I gained a few pounds over holiday season, and I'm also a little bit more active now since I am running every single day. And the calculator told me that my current deficit, that I thought was a slight deficit, is a full-on 500 below my maintenance. which explains my weight loss of a pound from last week to this week. This, like, being under 500 calories of my maintenance, I consider it to be an extreme deficit, just because every time I hit under 500 of my maintenance, I just binge eat in the long run. But I'm actually eating everything that I want. I'm eating whatever I want. Definitely not binging. I have like chocolate pretzels every single day, like, and I'm looking at my weight tracker, and yeah, I lost a little over a pound since last week and this week. And the way that I do this, or like from one morning to the next morning, I could fluctuate between like 2 to 3 pounds. So I actually do average out my weight for the week so that I can kind of at least get a clear idea of like where am I at, you know what I mean? And the first week I didn't even like try or anything. So last week, for the first full week of January, like the first 7 days, like I was just slowly trying to go back in the habit of tracking my food. And so I only incorporated like 1 or 2 meals to track, and that's about it. And the first week, the first 7 days, I dropped 2-3 pounds, or like 3 pounds or 4 pounds. And then from last week to this week, I lost another pound. And I honestly don't feel like I am starving myself. I also don't feel like I'm depriving myself, and my energy is skyrocket in my personal opinion, and I'm just doing so well with food, in my relationship with food, and the fact that I saw my weight drop as well. This is exactly what people want you to do. This is the journey that we want everyone to do. Don't be in an extremely calorie deficit and starve yourself. Like, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it, because I'm eating, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, my calculator told me to eat 1800 calories. I'm currently eating 1900 calories, which means that it puts my maintenance at 2400, and I thought my maintenance was 2200 calories. The fact that I saw a 1 pound loss, I was just like shocked, because I was like, I don't know, my goal is to just lose like not even a half a pound a week. Like, I just want to eat the foods that I want, enjoy it, and still see sort of a weight loss in the next month instead of next week. So just a heads up, clearly I'm not eating in an extremely low calorie deficit, but 1900 calories ends up being my 1 pound loss deficit per week. So but I'm gonna keep at it because I like this amount, and I don't feel starved, but we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna update you guys for sure on how this goes, because I'm gonna eat 1900 calories for the rest of this month. So starting today, it's a new week for Gymshark 66 challenge, weekly challenge, which is Educate Yourself 66, and I am super excited for this one because I thought about this for a while now, probably 2 weeks, and I was like, yeah, that's the one I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. And I am going to learn some vegan recipes for high protein diet. My fitness goal is to eat high protein, about 100. I try to hit about 120 to 130 grams of protein per day. I eat a meat like in almost every single meal. So I wanted to see like what products are out there that are plant-based that I can alter, swap out here and there when I can, because vegan products are kind of pricey in my personal opinion, but I think that it's worth trying out, and I'll give you my honest opinion of the products that I purchased. I actually only purchased 2 things, but I'm gonna do some comparisons so that you guys can kind of understand like calories and protein and like the macros of it, and then compare it to the regular meat so that we can talk about like, is it worth the investment? Is it actually, would it taste better? Like, things like that. So I have some fun little video ideas for my next week's vlog. So I'm excited to try some vegan protein. For the Educate Yourself 66, I'll be educating myself on vegan recipes. not on the reasons why I need to go vegan, because I don't need to be traumatized. I already know why we should go vegan. For me, I would like to replace meals because I want to reduce my animal consumption. Like my goal, hopefully, as like a lifestyle, is to replace like at least once a day, or you know, think about just switching some stuff like when I can. I don't personally think that I will go vegan 100% as a lifestyle, just because I like meat, and I'm sorry, I do. But I am willing to swap out when I can. Okay, that is it for this vlog. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch up with me in the next one to learn more about vegan recipes that I found, some other stuff that I will go through for the following week on my Gymshark 66 progress. So don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up.